nutrition plays a big role in the chiropractic field. Just live healthy, just eat well. There's a lot of medications in life that can be avoided. Diabetes, all these stuff, just by eating well, get the good amount of minerals, good amount of vitamins, balance between your carbs and fats and all that stuff. That helps a lot. And we use this a lot.
Coming live on your radio. What they want? That real and raw. How they get it? DJ Focus. What we doing? Making music, reaching the corner. And it's all for the kingdom. And we gon' make sure they know it. We gon' take it there. I like red letters over trap beats to fix it. Saying, DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up.
Welcome back, DJ Focus, Dice Gamble. You tap back into the Fixx, your source of faith-infused hip-hop, R&B, and poetry. And come on, y'all know how Dice do. She bring her celebrity friends through to talk all this good stuff. We got one of your friends was joining us today, don't we, Dice?
Yes, we do. Listen, I'm excited about this friend. This particular friend helps me, like I said, stay pretty much free from pain. For those of you who know, I've been in about 4 car accidents, and I'm an athlete, so I've kind of taken this body through the mud. But I'm super happy to have Dr. J on, as we like to call him. So you know him as Dr. Jeries. He is a doctor that I go see, a chiropractic doctor in downtown Naperville. I go to a place called the Stretch Club, and it's obviously a chiropractic practice. They offer stretch therapy and different services like that. And I don't know, I just love their approach and how they take care of their patients to help them, address their pain and to relieve, whatever the issue is they have going on. So without further ado, I want to welcome to the Fixx. Focus, this is our first doctor on here, our first chiropractor.
First chiropractor, yeah.
First chiropractor. Okay, Dr. Jeries himself. What's up, Doc?
Hey, guys.
Listen.
How y'all doing?
We good, man. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I highly appreciate it. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, listen, you're a superstar, especially in my neighborhood. Yeah, for sure. He's a superstar. So Focus and I, we were talking during Men's Health Month. Yeah. And I was, saying, hey, we got to get my doc on here because he's really, really good. Everybody, at the Stretch Club, they are absolutely amazing. So I had a few questions, but let's tell the people who you are first and give them a little information about what you do.
Sure. I'm Dr. Jeries. I practice in Naperville. I also just started practicing 2 days a week in Orland Park area. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Orland Park area. Yeah. I went to school I had my undergrad at University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana. Did my doctorate degree, chiropractic degree at National University here in Lombard, Illinois. Been practicing for almost 5 years now. Love it, absolutely love it. Been working with a lot of elderly, helping people get better, getting on the right track, living a healthy life. Recently, my focus been on athletes. Been working with a lot of athletes in the area, as you know, Dice.
Yeah.
We decided to combine multiple approach toward healthcare by combining adjustments, stretching, a little bit of PT exercises, just put it all under one umbrella to give the patients the best health they deserve. Yeah, that's who I am.
That's who you are. That's what you do. What you got, Focus?
What inspires you to become a chiropractor doctor? Like, take us back through how did you even get into this field?
I'll tell you what. I started as a patient. I personally was an athlete. I played soccer for couple of schools. I ended up being in a severe low back issue where it required me to stop actually playing, performing, living my daily life activities. I decided to go through the chiropractic approach, and I had a successful treatment plan where I was back on track. That's where the idea came from, and I look at me today. I'm helping out the same way I got the help, and the help I deserve.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that is good. That is
Yeah,
good. So I have a question that I don't know. I have personally, especially after going through chiropractic care and understanding, you know, the benefits, the health benefits of it. You know, why is it so hard for people sometimes, not all people, obviously, not me, but why is it hard for people to go through the process or even attempt to go to the chiropractor and they know they have the pain? Like what are some of the barriers there that can maybe help people come to a chiropractor or come and get care? Like, if they're having neck issues, back issues, or like me, my arm was numb, like,
sure.
yeah, what would you tell them?
That's a very good question, actually. I'll tell you what. From based on my experience now, I believe that people thinks it's okay to be in pain. Oh, doc, I've been in pain for 5 years. I think I'm used to it by now.
Mm,
Once they start getting their treatment, they're like, well, honestly, I don't know how was I living before. It's been a journey where I'm like, okay, I got used to just I'm having pain today. Let me pop a pill. Let me take an Advil or a leave. That will help, but will help temporarily. So what I recommend, the care that chiropractic give, it requires a little bit of commitment. The pain you're experiencing, especially if it's a chronic pain, not an acute pain, it didn't start yesterday. It's been there for a minute. It started building up. It's honest. Actually, it's been damaging more and more. The more you just leave it untreated, the more it's going to damage.
mm,
So I would recommend take advantage of getting into any chiropractor in your community. Don't use a chiropractor as a last resource.
that's
We
good.
get a lot of people coming in after going through a lot of treatment. Maybe they go under the knife too. They get treated. They get surgeries. They're still not happy with the results. This is when they come and see us. I tell them all the time, um, chiropractic care should be used as a first source before you go under the knife. There is a room for a knife. There is a room to go under as a surgery,
Hmm.
and there is a room for invasive surgeries and all that. But let us help you before you have to go through that route. Okay. Um, there's a lot of benefits. I get a lot of people that comes in for headaches. They tried every single form of treatment from medications.
Mm,
They have done an MRI, CT scans, all that stuff. Everything's showing negative. Why am I still getting those headaches, those migraines? Um, a lot of studies have been showing that almost 60% of headaches are caused by tension in the neck, tension in the
mm,
shoulders that cause that headaches. And that's not going to show on MRI. It's not going to show that you have any issues or anything like that. So by aligning the spine, by decreasing the tension on the nervous system helps a lot with that. Along
mm,
with that, I encourage every athlete. 90% of athletes are seeing chiropractors already for multiple reasons. If not for adjustments, maybe for a stretch too. We're big on PNF stretch, which is a proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation type of
mhm,
stretch. We're super big on this, as you know, Dice. Um, helps athletes. I'll tell you what, like they literally swear with it. They
right.
do. It helps with increasing the range of motion, the performance level, improve faster recovery if they do have any injuries or anything like that. So yeah, I would encourage everybody, every single one, from infants to elderly, just go give it a shot. Go try it out, and go from there.
That's good. You
That's
got a
good.
football player sitting right there, so
Yeah.
I be trying to tell him.
Yeah.
Look,
Absolutely.
he like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Trust me, man. It's a life changing. It's a life changing.
That's
How,
good.
that is good. How do you address the concerns that maybe some of your patients may come to you when you talk about fears, or when people talk about this risk in going and coming to a chiropractor? Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Um, the first thing I use, there's in every field. It doesn't have to be the medical field. There's a good there's a good doc. There's a bad doc. There's a good engineer, there's a bad engineer, right? So if you think about it this way, this is probably something we're getting into something that patients don't know. The least, when it comes to malpractice, chiropractors has literally the cheapest malpractice. Malpractice is, for those who don't know what a malpractice is the insurance on the doctor, right? We have the lowest, or let's say, yeah, the lowest rate when it comes to malpractice. What does that tell you? That tells you it's um the least danger thing that you can get exposed to.
Mm.
Mal Malpractice on surgeons is super high because there's a
Yeah,
room for errors, right? Um, Again, if someone had a bad experience with a chiropractor, that doesn't mean every chiropractor is a bad chiropractor.
that's good.
Um, things happens from time to time, just like any other field. Just like when you take a wrong dose of medication, just like when you get under the knife and get an error or something like that. But that doesn't mean that this is something you need to avoid.
That's good.
Okay.
There's a lot of studies showing that if you are regularly getting adjusted, it saves you from being under the knife, saves you from taking those medications that has a side effect on the long run that we don't know about, or the patients themselves don't know about. And yeah,
That's good. That's
yep,
good. That's good. Okay, so I had a off the wall question. I had a lady tell me she had allergies and she
sure,
started going to the chiropractor and that helped her allergies. And I couldn't catch that one, but is that actually something that you've heard of before, or
yes,
is that a
sure,
thing?
sure. My main focus is musculoskeleton, to
Mm-hmm.
be honest, but I'll tell you what, it does help in a way where the nerves that comes out of the spine, they
Mm-hmm.
feed your every single organ in your body, right? So the area that when you adjust the thoracic area, it will decrease any tension on the nerves that travels to the lungs, right?
Mm,
And it increase the blood flow to the area,
that's
and
good.
that helps with asthmas. Same thing with sleeping. People tell me, how is that related to sleeping? When you're pain free, when you have no tension on your muscles, it
Mm,
reduces the tension. You're gonna get a better quality of sleep. Same way with asthma too. If you have a tension on the nerves that feeds your lungs, you will experience some sort of issue, and that's how the scientific way of helping asthma. It just by
mm,
fixing any misalignments that on the nerves that feeds your lungs.
I see.
Um, yeah,
That's
all
good.
right.
That
He
is
said, "All
good.
right."
Do do you incorporate any other therapies within your treatments, like massage therapy or anything of that, and speak to that too as well, because I hear some chiropractors do use it, some don't.
Sure. Yeah. As I said previously, we are very big on combining three different modalities. Or actually, I'll tell you more about that. But my main focus is a patient comes in, they're getting adjusted, and also they're getting something. As Dice know, we provide a PNF stretch. You get with a stretch therapist one on one. That apply. You get up the stretch after each adjustment, and also we combine the PT exercises, physical therapy exercises. The way I think about it, the way I approach it, is if you do have a tight muscle needs to be stretched. On the other hand, there's a loose muscle needs to be strengthening, right? So for example, I'm just giving this as an example. If I'm experiencing low back pain and I'm stretching everything, the lower body to help with decreasing the tension on the low back pain, at the same time, I want to make sure that I strengthening my core muscles also
Mm-hmm.
to decrease the tension on the low back, and on and on and on. This is just an example.
That's good.
That's,
Yeah,
I love the stretching.
sure. Yeah,
That
me
may be
too.
my favorite part. I'm not
Are
to
you
get it
sure?
in. No,
That's
no,
true.
it's
That's good.
definitely the adjustment. They like I'm trying to tell you, like, it focuses seeing me sit over here and I'm like, man, just I'm going through it, but it pays to be and in communion with y'all. And I love it. And especially I would have never thought to go to a chiropractor. To your point, when you said some people just live with pain, I thought it was okay. I mean,
Sure.
because you can
We
just
get
take,
that a lot.
hey, I'm gonna take 2 Advil and call it a day. And I had never really thought about, hey, maybe why don't you go and try to get realigned. So very, very helpful. Very,
Sure.
very
Absolutely.
helpful.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad you had a good experience with us, just like
Mm-hmm.
anybody else.
Yeah.
So we
And focus, just to answer your question more. We also provide orthotics based on a foot scan. Um, the way I approach it again is the way I think about your spine. Your spine health start from the ground up, right? The more supported ankles, knees, hips. Again, it's less load on your back. So by providing those orthotics, helps a lot with your spine health as well. We provide braces if you need to be braced for like a low back brace, neck brace, all
Mm,
that stuff.
Mhm.
That helps with uh, posture corrections, alleviate pain, and all that stuff. We're all into that.
I love that. So Dr. J, he checked me, Focus, and one day he told me I was inconsistent, and my feelings got hurt. But I appreciate him saying that because when I don't show up regularly, this is good. And I want you, this is a hard one for us, and I'm talking about not your people, Dr. J. I'm talking about our people.
Sure,
Like sometimes you want to see a result quickly, and I've asked you that, like, hey, can you show me this? Hey, can you show me that? Can you explain the importance of taking care of an injury or a challenge, but being consistent about showing up, on a schedule so you can actually see the result instead of you saying, "Oh, this isn't working. I went for 2 weeks. I didn't see, I don't feel any different." What is the importance of consistency when it comes to chiropractic care?
100%. So they ask me this question all the time. I felt good. 3 days after, I'm back to it. The only answer I can apply, first of all, that pain has been there for a minute, right?
Mm.
It's been building up. It didn't start out of nowhere. Especially if we do have symptoms. If there's, and not but just symptoms. If we do have um, things that are shown on X-rays with the exams, all that stuff. So the muscles have a memory. Your muscles in your body wants to go back to that old pattern. They're refusing to creating a new healthy ones, right? So the reason you have to be consistent, you have to train your brain to give those signals to your muscles to change those bad habits, the bad posture, the
Mm,
bad the bad movement that you do probably when you're kneeling down or when you're sitting or when you're standing or when you're running, all that stuff you need to train your body on, or brain, especially your brain, on be like start getting a new habits, get aligned.
that's good.
Once I align your spine, it's going to come, the muscles are going to go back to the old memory, right? So that's why consistency is the key. The more you show up to your treatment, that's why we apply the PT exercises or the strengthening exercises. If you have a little bit of scoliosis that can be fixed if it's at a certain degree, we want those muscles to be in a certain position, right? One time is not going to help. We have to keep training that muscle on and on and
Mm,
on and on. Um, that's why consistency is the key. Treat your spine like you treat your teeth. This is an analogy I love to use as well.
ooh. Ooh, go for it.
The reason I'm saying this, I don't know if either of you had braces before. You
I
knew
have.
someone had braces, right? So what do you do
Absolutely.
when you go to the dentist and decide to get a braces, right? First thing they do, they fix those teeth. Any issues with the teeth after that, they apply the braces. At the end of the day, once you're done, they use a retainer, right? Think of the spine as the three phases that your teeth went through: the therapeutic phase, the correction phase, and the wellness phase. Therapeutic phase, where we get you out of symptoms, make sure we get you out of pain, get your regain your range of motion back, functionality, all that stuff. Correction phase is where, okay, let's make sure that if your issue is coming from a bad posture, for example, if you are being a little bit kyphotic, putting a lot of pressure on your nerve, Let's fix that. Let's correct that.
Last question. We're going to get you out of here on this. Only
It's the
thing we
wife, by the
haven't.
way.
Oh, well, yeah, we would definitely want to get you to her real quick. Yeah.
No.
Last thing I want to ask, something you didn't bring up, but I know it has to play a very important part when you talk about spinal injuries and just everything. How important, and can you talk about nutrition when you talk about people struggling with back pains and spinal pains, especially our large people like myself?
I'll tell you what, nutrition plays a big role in the chiropractic field. Just live healthy, just eat well. There's a lot of medications in life that can be avoided just by eating well. Hypertension, for example, reduce, just lose some weight. That helps with the hypertension situation, unless it's a case where it's a genetic situation or something like that. Diabetes, all these stuff, just by eating well, get the good amount of minerals, a good amount of vitamins, balance between your carbs and fats and all that stuff. That helps a lot, and we use this a lot in the field. I'll tell you what, just avoid fast food, man. This is all I talk about.
There we go.
With patients, this is all I talk
There you
about.
go.
Just avoid fast food. Get a cheating meal once a week. It's okay. I mean, I do that too. That doesn't mean it's right, but just try to eat healthy. Try to. I know with the lifestyle that we live in, it gets a little bit hard, but trust me, you'll on the long run, you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference. Yeah, nutrition is important role because it can decrease the inflammation in your body too. Bad food could cause inflammation. Joint
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But it tastes so good, though.
It do taste
I
good.
agree. That's why I said get one cheating meal a week.
Yeah. And you telling the truth about the inflammation, because I was seeing inflammation in my left leg every time I would eat, to your point, salty foods.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was like the heavy salty foods. It's like, oh, all of a sudden I look down, my leg is swole up. And then as soon as I start, eating more of the salads and drinking my juices, my leg go back to normal. I'm like, oh.
That's
how that works.
100%.
That's how that works.
There's
Well,
a lot of
listen. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of studies on gluten.
No, you're good.
Gluten causes a lot of inflammation in the body too, and it's actually becoming big. Where decrease the gluten or take gluten out of your diet, and it's been seeing a lot of results on reducing inflammation in the body, joints, muscles, all that stuff. Yeah.
That was a cuss word. Somebody just got so mad at you. Did he say bread, y'all? Did he say take the bread out? I'm just playing.
Just try it. Let people try it out. Try it out.
Yeah. No, listen, I appreciate you taking your time, spending, time with us today, talking about everything that you guys offer concerning chiropractic care, non-invasive pain relief, treatment plans, helping with mobility and function. And I love you guys' approach, to health and preventive care. So, and thank you for your education. I know you like for people to know, how things work and, in the correct time frame and what we're working on. You're very, very good at that. So I appreciate your time and you stopping by today.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure being on the show. Focus, it was great meeting you, man. I heard a lot about you. Dice talks about you all the time. And I know you guys just got a new
the Stellar Award.
Yeah,
come on, you better follow us, Dr. J.
Yeah, I remembered.
Okay.
You guys are the best. Thanks for having me again, Dice. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Absolutely. Can you tell the people where they can come find you?
Sure. I'm located downtown Naperville, Washington and Chicago. 332B is my suite on the third floor of 47 East Chicago Avenue. And also for the Southside people, I'll be in Orland Park with ChiroMed twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays as well. So hope to, if you do experience anything that we can help with, we would love to help you guys.
Thanks, Dr. J.
Thank you.
Listen, we
Thank
got
you
to go
for
to
having me, guys. Have a nice day. That's been a good experience today.
Thank you, Dr. Jeries.
That's
You
Listen,
good.
got it.
you're our boss.
Keep it locked. You tuned into the Fixx.
And the fix is in.